Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. Hope you are having a great day. If you're in the US, happiest Thanksgiving to all of you. Hope you're having lots of food and family and I want to say peace, but you know what happens when you're with family. Peace is not coming there. In sense of there are lots of them around, running around, especially if you're around kids. So don't expect peace. They're just going to be running around being crazy, but all in love. Uh, so hope you're having a whole lot of fun with your family today. And I know look, it's holidays. It's always a difficult time for many of us. I now have to include myself in that, who have lost family, who have lost friends and loved ones, really. It's a difficult time. It is a difficult time with everyone enjoying stuff and, you know what it is. So I just wanted you to, just want to send my love out to you. May the Lord grant you comfort at this time, that you're able to, I don't know, find some semblance of peace or some semblance of a way of, look, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I just want to, send you my love, send some peace and in some way your way. So I love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. As we all celebrate, I'm going to be off to having Thanksgiving with friends in a bit, and so I look forward to having enjoying it in every way that I can today. So, but anyways, happy Thanksgiving. And to all of you who are outside of the US and don't celebrate Thanksgiving, hope you're having a fantastic time too. Well, what is going on in our world? I don't know. I just love this photo. You notice I'm using all Thanksgiving or fall colors, as they say. And I love this time of year with the leaves. Well, now they're going away, but we still have a lot of the leaves around. But I just love these colors. But anyway, I love these photos. Of course, they're not, it wasn't the same event. They weren't, Harry and Meghan weren't at the same event. I'm not even sure I remember which event Meghan was at with this outfit on. I don't remember which event, but it was like an interview or something she was doing. You can tell by the earpiece that she has. So I don't even remember which event, but I know the photo on the right with Prince Harry was at the Grey Cup in Canada a few weeks back. But I just love these two photos because it did just have such peace on their face, just relaxed and peaceful and just having that thing. And so I was like, oh, I love these two photos, even though it wasn't taken together. I love it because of the peace and the relaxed and the just that kind of chill vibe that it has. So I was like, I'm using these two photos. So there, these are our faves today. Anyways, what else is going on with our faves? We don't know how they're celebrating Thanksgiving. Meghan gave us a little bit of a hint when she did the Thanksgiving event with the Afghan women, when she spoke to Marie Claire magazine and gave them an interview. And she said one of the things that they love to do for Thanksgiving, it's just very low key. They keep it very low key. And they always make room at their table for someone of their friends who don't have family. And one time they had Gloria Steinem over. I guess Gloria doesn't have any more family around, or at least in California where she is. So she was there for Thanksgiving. Don't know if Gloria would be there again this year, but I'm assuming whoever among their friends don't have family, that they would be at the Sussexes. And then Meghan also said they try to just find something fun to do, whether it's just playing games or bringing out a guitar. But she was very excited to see the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of that through the eyes of her young ones, who are 3 and 5, Lily and Archie. So whatever they're doing, I hope they're having fun. I'm sure they're having fun. I wish them all the love and the peace that that God can give. And then, of course, we're going to see them next week. Meghan is going to be at the Paley Center Honors, honoring Tyler Perry. And, of course, Prince Harry is going to be in New York with the New York Times Deal book. summit, which of course we know Meghan did in 2021, and now Harry's going to do now, and very much looking forward to that. Oh yes, thank you guys for praying that I get a press pass. Unfortunately, they contacted me and said that because it's such a limited amount that they have, I didn't get it. So it's like, oh man. But they did say, they did say in the email that some of the events will be live. They're going to have a live stream for specific ones. And then the ones that are not live streams, they're going to be made available the next day, I'm assuming on their YouTube channel. So again, certain events for the Deal Book Summit are going to be live streamed on the day of December 4th, next Wednesday. And the ones that are not, all of them are going to be made available the day after. So we'll see from that. So unfortunately, I didn't get the press pass. It was a good try, but maybe next time I'll be actual press. But I appreciated them getting back to me. So yes, still awaiting the Invictus Games press pass. Don't know. But I am looking forward to being at the games. Flight is all booked. Opening ceremony all booked. Very exciting. Just preparing for the game. So yeah, but we'll get to Invictus in a second. What else is happening? You guys remember this a few weeks ago, Meghan, obviously we didn't know until last week, but I think it was October 26th, Meghan had this incredible event at our place, which is a cookery store in Los Angeles, in Venice, California, with the Afghan women who are part of the Welcome Project, along with Mina's List. And they had it at our place. And one of the very cool things about that whole event was she's a Shaheed, and she owns at least she co-owns this store, and she basically allowed them to use the space and then granted all the women a shopping spree so that they can go into the store and shop for whatever it is they want. And I had not gone and visited the site, and I just saw, like, from the decoration of how they decorated the place for the dinner, what the cookware and the different items would be. So just going on their site, oh my goodness, their cookware is amazing. As you can see, these are just 3 sets, like the pots and pan, the plates, and then the bakeware, and beautiful. I mean, amazing quality product. And I love the colors. And it's also very girly too. I love it. I'm like totally up Meghan's vibes, because Meghan like her neutrals and totally her aesthetic. But Shiza is amazing. So one of the things that when we did the episode the last time, I didn't really know anything about Shiza. And so I just wanted to find out a little bit more about her. And so I just, literally publicly available information on her social media. CBS did a profile on her, a little video of her. And this is what it says. CBS Evening News. It says, after helping Nobel Peace Prize winner Malala Yousafzai co-found a nonprofit Malala Fund, women activist turned businesswoman Shiza Shaheed built the cookware empire Our Place. She shares how her company continues to honor her culture and values. And she is from Pakistan. And so she said she met from the video that she made for CBS. She said she met Malala when she was like 11 or 12 years old. And she was a very young woman. And when they were 22, that's them at the podium there. When she was 22 years old, she co-founded the Malala Fund with Malala. And so it's just, I mean, this woman is amazing. And she's an activist, which is completely up Meghan's alley. And of course, we know the Malala Fund is about girls' education. And that's what she's been advocating her whole life, especially girls in Afghanistan, where she was, if we remember her story, she was, someone shot her in the head. And she was transferred to the UK for treatment. She stayed in the UK. It's amazing what she's been able to do. And so the Malala Fund is amazing. Obviously, this worldwide, this incredible charity that really advocates for girls' education. And of course, we remember back in 2020, her and Prince Harry and Meghan doing, as for the Malala Fund, a video interview with them, really advocating for girls' education. And so we remember this video way back in 2020 when Harry and Meghan recently moved to California. I think they had just moved into their home, it seemed, in Montecito, when they did this interview with Malala. And so just to see that whole connection with Shiza and Malala and the Sussexes, and I was like, oh, it all makes sense. It all makes so much sense. And the Afghanistan connection, with the Afghan women, and it all just makes sense. And it's just like, that's the thing I love about Harry and Meghan, is the connections that they make, the community that they build. It's all one big community. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I had no idea she was part of the Malala Fund. I had no idea what the connection with the Welcome Project, meeting at her place, their place, and having their Thanksgiving dinner there. But now it all makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, this perfectly makes sense. Why it was there, why that connection to Shiza, why this, and the thing about Shiza with our place, one of the things with their company is that it celebrates their culture, it celebrates their food, especially obviously cookware and all of that stuff. It celebrates their food, and she's like, we want to celebrate it as much as you guys celebrate Christmas and all of the other things. They celebrate their culture and their food, and it's just completely who Meghan is. And I was like, oh, okay, this makes total sense. Not that it didn't make sense before, but just seeing how deeper it is than what I originally thought. So this young lady is amazing. Go check out her cookware. I was like, it's a little pricey, but Lord, those things look amazing. I'm gonna have to get me something from that store. It looks absolutely amazing. I just absolutely love this. It just, the deeper connections is just wonderful to see. What else is happening? Well, we remember this at the Clinton Foundation with this very iconic photo of Prince Harry presenting the Parents Network to the audience at the Clinton Foundation. This image in the back with all of these screenshots with kids and their parents, their lock screens. And we remember all of these lock screens, and all of these lock screens are children who, in one way or another, are not with us today because of social media harms, because of social media bullying, in some way, shape, or form, or some other sinister way. But because of social media, in some form or another, these kids are no longer alive. And so we remember this, and Prince Harry advocating for this. They were in New York a year ago advocating for this. And we know New York took some steps to hold social media platforms accountable to really just not protecting kids. We've seen Prince Harry and Meghan, they created the Parents Network for parents to have an outlet to be able to come together and find solutions to combat this really serious problem with social media abuse of children, especially children and young people. And we saw recently in Bogota, Colombia, there was a worldwide conference there, which the Archwell's Parents Network took part in, and some of the parents shared their story about what happened to their children. And we saw Harry and Meghan. They were not at the conference, but they gave a speech at the beginning of the conference. And so this is a little bit from Archwell. I forgot to put their little logo there, but this is from Archwell. So it says, this week, the Archwell Foundation's Parents Network attended an inaugural United Nations Global Ministerial Conference on Ending Violence Against Children in Bogota, Colombia. The landmark event marked the first time that the government and leaders around the world have come together to commit to accelerating Sustainable Development Goal 16.2, which is ending all forms of violence against children. The conference addresses the urgent solutions and actions needed to create a world where children are safe and protected in their homes, in their schools, communities, and online spaces. And so one of the big things for the Parents Network is especially the online spaces. And so that was the conference that took place in Bogota, Colombia. And it's really great to see The Sussexes are part of leading the charge to really protect children, and especially in online spaces. And so it really warmed my heart when I saw this today. And I'm just going to move my little logo up, little brand from there. And so, yeah, it really warmed my heart to see that nations are taking actions. They are beginning to be like, okay, we're cracking down to protect our children. And of course, some people are going to be like, oh, you're trying to take away our free speech. It's like, look, we rather people, and for me, how I feel, I rather protect kids. And you can work out your free speech issues, but this is about kids and protecting children, especially under 16. I don't understand why kids under 16 are on social media in the first place, but that's for your parents. But according to Australia, what's happening in Australia now, it says Australian senators have passed a world first law that bans under 16 from having social media accounts. The law will make social media platforms liable for fines up to 50 million Australian dollars if they don't systematically stop children younger than 16 from holding accounts. You have to hit them in the pocket. And kudos and good on you, Australia. 50 million, of course, a lot of them are billionaires, and maybe 50 million is small change, but still, nobody want to be losing $50 million. So the article goes on to say Australian senators have passed a world first law that bans under 16s from having social media accounts. The legislation is set to come into force in November 2025. It includes some of the toughest social media controls in the world and will force platforms to take reasonable steps to ensure age verification protection are in place. The law will make platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Reddit, and X liable for fines up to $50 million. Australian dollars, which is 25 million pounds, if they don't systematically stop children younger than 16 from holding accounts. The platform will have 1 year to work out how to implement the ban before the fines comes into force. Good on you, Australia. And I know there was concern if, I guess, other parts of the government will make sure this law goes ahead. Apparently, the prime minister and others are on board with this. So this legislation should become absolute law. And so this is wonderful to see, because you really have to speak to these platform heads and owners in the language that they know, which is money. Fine them heavy fines to make them change. Kids should not be on these platforms. There are things on these platforms that I've come across that is like, I have to block my eye and shut it off. There is no way kids should be on these platforms, especially younger than 16 years old. The article apparently said Facebook is working on stuff to make it more child friendly for those over 13, but yeah, right. So anyways, I look forward to them slapping this on every social media platform, that they must be responsible for what the content that gets in front of children. So again, it is so great to see. And again, it's not just the Sussexes who are fighting. There are thousands of advocates for this around the world, as we can tell from the seminar in Colombia. There are thousands of people advocating from this. Archwell's parent network is becoming more and more prominent and outspoken and loudly speaking out. Especially, you saw Harry in front of the world at the Clinton's initiative, the Clinton Foundation's summit in New York during the UN, when millions of eyes are on him speaking out about this. And so it is fantastic to see. Absolutely fantastic to see. And it's just the kind of impact that's needed. And the kind of people with the kind of platforms Harry and Meghan have could drive this home even further. So look forward to other countries jumping on board and doing the same thing. Moving on, what else is happening? Prince Harry's court case, his million court cases, but this one against the Daily Mail. This came out as a little more information. We talked about it the last episode. This is a little more information that came out of the 2-day hearing that happened Tuesday and Wednesday. We don't know all of what the judge thinks about it. Sometimes it takes a little while for them to hand down their ruling. I would assume it'll come maybe after the holidays, because again, this case is not scheduled to go to court until early 2026. So this is from Press Gazette. It says, Mail publisher strongly denies lawyer's allegation of document deletion. And another part of it says the mother of murdered teen Stephen Lawrence was alerted to the potential case by a text message from Prince Harry. So there's a little bit of a battle going on. It's like, well, with the discovery where, they're each requesting documents from the other. And so there's a little bit of finger pointing on both sides in terms of getting documents and getting emails and whatever and text messages from each other. So this is what the Press Gazette goes on to say. It says the Daily Mail publisher has strongly denied an allegation made by a lawyer for Prince Harry that journalists' emails and documents have been deleted. The allegation was subject to a warning by a judge at the latest preliminary hearing in the case, brought by a group of high-profile individuals, including Harry, campaigner Baroness Doreen Lawrence, Sir Elton John, and his husband David Finnesh. And these little clips from the article, it says the court heard from lawyers from A&L that Lady Lawrence was alerted to the potential legal claim by a text message from Prince Harry in January 2022. Baroness Lawrence, apparently they're saying that she got this text, and so A&L found out that she was alerted about this whole, what the Daily Mail did to her from a text message from Prince Harry, and that immediately after she got the text from Prince Harry, that's the thing that really, inspired her to want to take action. And then a few days later is when Harry's lawyers and her start, collaborating. So A&L is now like, we want that text. And apparently they're claiming that she deleted the text or something. So they're up in arms about that. This is what they're saying. It says, however, the barrister later said that she has lost and possibly deleted the text sent by Harry, and said in court that A&L wanted an explanation, as has not been explained as to the circumstance of the discovery of it being missing. So they want Doreen Lawrence's text. And David Sherburne, who's the lead attorney for Harry and the group, that Sherburne also said that A&L should disclose further documents, including an Excel spreadsheet detailing alleged payments to private investigators between 2005 and 2007, which Evans said was an entirely premature demand. So they're both sort of back and forth pointing their finger, with Harry's people claiming that the A&L deleted files from Leveson, and that also they want from A&L spreadsheets detailing all the payments to private investigators from 2005 to 2007, that, they accuse the Mail of obviously paying these people to commit these illegal acts against their clients. And then A&L is like, we want that text that spurred Baroness Lawrence to come after us, that from Harry. And of course, they want that from Harry, because that is going to end up in the press, and that's going to give the Daily Mail a lot of press. They're going to give them a lot of articles to write about that. So apparently they are claiming that Baroness Lawrence may have deleted the text. Well, tit for tat, if y'all going to be deleting documents, why should Baroness Lawrence pass over a text from Harry to you? So yeah, so we will see. But even bigger than the text message is those files from Leveson, because again, those files should have been preserved just in case there's a Leveson part 2. And so David Sherburne is claiming that some of those files have been deleted, and he would know because he was a part of Leveson part 1. So he would know what's been, that there's some of those things that were part of the Leveson that is not there anymore, at least not presented to them. So they are back and forth, just sort of pointing finger at each other there. So we'll see what the judge comes up with, what decisions they make, and whatever it is, it's going to go forward to when they go to trial. So very interesting, very I'm telling you, I don't know how Harry keeps these things straight while having a family, while having a million jobs and a million companies and a million charities. I don't know how he stays sane, but peace and love to you, Harry. Peace and love. Hopefully, today is a day where you don't think about any of these things, but you just have fun wherever you guys are, with your family, with your friends, whatever. Having a meal, just having some time with your kids. So that's what I wish and hope for him and Meghan and the kids. So, what else is happening? Invictus Games! Final stop. Sawasan Quay Market. And if I just butchered it, I will look it up after, and next episode I'll get it right. So it says, our 10th I am sign has landed at the largest ferry terminal in North America, the Sawasan Ferry Terminal in Delta, British Columbia, a fitting finale for our final I am sign. A big thank you to our friends at BC Ferries for helping us share the spirit of the resilience and strength and unity with communities far and wide. Next time you head to Swartz Bay on the island, snap a pic and share your I am with us. So yeah, so if you guys are, any of you are around British Columbia and you buy the ferry, snap and send it, post it to Invictus Vancouver Whistler. So again, very exciting. I don't know how far away that is, or these signs are away from the stadium where the games are going to be. But I hope when I go there, I see some of these big I am signs. One thing I loved when Peace was in the last Invictus Games in Dusseldorf, I think she had a couple of photos with posing by the I am sign. So I don't know, I want to see an I am sign too. So I look forward to seeing that in Vancouver and Whistler for the games. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you to our awesome moderators, Lydia Church, Nelly, Karen M, Cookies and Cream, and Black Queen. Thank you for everything that you do to make this channel safe and fun. And to our awesome 2 Cents crew, who this list I need to update. But thank you so much to our 2 Cents crew and to those of you who support in the chat. I appreciate you so very much. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, go ahead and subscribe and click our notification bell so that you know when we drop a video. Please like and share the video and join the channel if you're able. So thank you guys so much. Have a great day, and I shall chat with you next time. Bye.